Hey, Shalom. First off, I'm going to start off with saying all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah and the Great Millstone. Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And here we go, man. I saw this video, the elder Yashawamba posted it up saying, hey, watch this. I took some time out and man, you know, those that are in the world occupying the land, Israel today, are not the people, bro. Throughout this whole thing, they don't understand the scriptures. The scriptures tell you when we go back to our own land, they shall no longer teach. Let me get it. Saying, know ye the Lord. I think it's in Salakia. This is what it said, right? These heathen, man, this word wasn't given unto them. It's Hebrews 8 and 11. I'll get the Old Testament one too. It says Hebrews 8 and 11. It says, and they shall not teach every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know ye Yahweh, for all shall know me from the least to the greatest. The same thing was stated back in Isaiah or Jeremiah 31 and 34. It says, look, it says, verse 33, it says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel, and after those days, say Yahweh, I will put my law in their inward parts, meaning in your mind and your members, and write them in your hearts, and ye will be, it says, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. So we're going to know emphatically what the Lord's word is, what it means, understanding it completely. It says, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know ye Yahweh, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, say Yahweh, and for I will forgive their iniquity and they remember their sins no more. So this dude in this video,
That's my father, though.
knows none of the scriptures, man. At the bottom, man. But these two men right here, for the first half of this video, they were just touching shit carnally. And then they started getting into the scriptures, and this dude had his mouth tight. His lip was stiff and shit, getting mad. But at the end of the day, man, the scriptures tell you the real Israelites, those that would be in that land, would know the Lord's word. And several times in this video, he kept saying, I'm not a biblical scholar. But if you were, and if y'all were fulfilling the word of the Lord, you would know the words of the Lord. You wouldn't have a land. The scriptures tell you that. Until the Lord came. This dude knows no prophecy. He knows no scriptures. And this is the same with a lot of you Edomites, man. They sit here and act like you're good, wholesome Christians, or say you're this and that, and you're of the lineage of Israelites. But at the end of the day, those that are claiming that they're the true Jews of today, they're the same ones that'll sit here and their whole acclaim to being in the land of Israel is the fact that they're Jews, which is what from the Bible, which would have to be a religious sense, But here it is when you're saying that, and your whole claim is that the Lord gave you that land. Because if you really go back into the history, that land was owned by Canaanites first. The Lord kicked out. The scriptures tell you the Lord kicked out. Let me get it, man. Let me get it. Old inhabitants. It might be an apocrypha. Salakia. Yeah, it says, for it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both the old inhabitants of the Holy Land, meaning there were men there before Israel got in that land. The scriptures tell you in the account that that Israel going into Isaac, I believe when he grew up, he got him his woman. He actually sojourned in that land, man, not knowing that that was going to be his promise in the future to his whole seed line. You know, so at the end of the day, these people don't know the scriptures, man. Because if that was the whole acclaim that the Lord gave you that land and that it was our land for this long, and hey, the scriptures will tell you that that land was the heathens first. So these people, man, these Edomites, because that's what they are, man. In the land of Israel today, there's a lot of Edomites. There's some Israelites there. Even some Israelites that look like these Edomites. But for a vast majority of them, it's a lot of Edomites over there in the land of Israel today, claiming that they're Jews. And then scriptures tell you, these people try to say that they're Ashkenazi and all that. And these brothers hit on that point that Ashkenaz was actually a son of Japhet, man. I get that real quick, man. He says, Japhet, self saying Japhet, Noah, Japhet, Shem to Japhet, a garment laid upon the shoulders. I'm trying to find exactly where it's at. Look, right here. Genesis 10 and 2. It says, the sons of Japhet, Gomer, Magog, Madai, and Javan, Tubal, Meshach, Terash, and the sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz. So Ashkenaz goes back to Gomer, who goes back to Japhet. For you to be an Israelite, you have to come out of Shem. They were Shemites. The Hebrews came out of Shem. So based off of that whole claim of lineage, that whole Ashkenaz thing don't make sense. And the reason there's a point in here that they brought out that this dude tried to bring out all this stuff about DNA and all that, saying that there's nobody else in the area that has the same DNA as us. It's because a lot of Edomites rolled into that land surrounded by all the other nations. That's why. You're surrounded by a bunch of Arabs who go back to the tribes who go back to Ishmael. You're surrounded by a bunch of Arabs, a bunch of Syrians that go back to Ishmael. So nobody else in that land, it was really in that land, but Ishmael, you pushed them out of Palestine, you know? And this is really what it is. So you Edomites, this dude just starts spewing a bunch of Edomite supremacy, and he don't even recognize it, man. Because at the end of this thing, towards this point right here, I'm at an hour and 57 minutes in. This dude legit, when they brought out certain things like this point about being Olive, the brother brought out the same guy who used his own words against him, is Rabbi Ishmael, and what olive skin was. He said the skin color was like boxwood tree, which is on the right, and it was like the boxwood tree, neither black nor white, but between. And it described it further as being like honey in the boxwood tree, and it brought an image in the middle. And this dude still said, "I look more like it." You know, that's the Edomite supremacy, is for them to say something and you to take it as gold. Because if you don't take their word as gold, you're wrong. Even if you bring out their sources, man, at the end of the day, these Edomites don't got it, man. The true children of Israel are getting up, man. The true children of Israel are understanding, man. And though these two men on the screen go left and right according to the doctrine in some areas, man. They were defending Israel at the end of the day, man, and they were doing a damn good job. Damn good job, man. I'm gonna get into some of these scriptures and then close it out. I'm not gonna make this a long one. This is Daniel's 12, Salakia. Daniel's 12 and 10. It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, meaning lying, cheating, stealing, trying to hold on to shit that ain't theirs. None of the wicked shall understand. You know, they don't get into these scriptures, and when they come against men that actually get into these scriptures that the Lord made to study these scriptures and sup to it enough for them to have the understanding of this, they don't accept it. It says, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand, man. The wise. And who was given wisdom? Israel. The scriptures say the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord. And who has the fear of the Lord? Israel, man. This is Isaiah 8 and 20, man. Isaiah 8 and 20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word. You know, he never brought out one scripture. He always quoted the tradition, oral. Yeah, the oral Torah and all that, man. But at the end of the day, you could say you know the oral, but what about the words that the Lord actually put down in the book? These were obviously words he wanted you to remember because he had men write it down for you to commit these things to memory. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them, man. And there's no light in these Edomites. They have no righteousness in them. They don't know the word of the Lord. They try to cling to our heritage. Because we're the Israelites, man. The scriptures tell you, man, the curses will be on us for a sign and a wonder. These what you would call Jewish for today, they're not under the curses, man. The curses are an everlasting thing. You don't get out of them. Even to this day, there's people in the world getting trafficked as human slaves in Ghana today, even up to this day. And the people of Ghana over there in West Africa are Israelites. You know? So Jake is still under it to this day. Jake is still under these curses to this very day, man. This is Sirach 19, Ecclesiasticus. Sirach 19 and 22, it says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Because they'll bring out every other source but the scriptures, man. It says, let the Most High be true. Let me see if I get it. Said, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. I know there's one in the New Testament, but there's actually one in the Old Testament as well. Man, there's one in the Old Testament as well. It says, this is Romans 3 and 4. It says, God forbid. Let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. Meaning the words of the Lord is what's going to be true. At the end of the day, you'll bring out all these other sources, all this tradition from all these other books. They bring out the Talmud and they try to quote that. Rabbi Ishmael, Rabbi Finkelstein, you know, all these other people. But at the end of the day, what happened to bringing out these scriptures, man? The scriptures tell you, hey, when the Israelites got the promise and got back into the land, the Lord would make a new covenant, put his words in our inward parts, and we would know all things. We would know the Lord. It says, back in Sirach 19 and 22, it says, the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither any time the counsels of sinners prudence. It says there is a wickedness in the same and abomination, and there is a full wanting in wisdom. And these Edomites, man, they're taking note, man. They're taking note. They're taking note, man. This dude repeatedly said in this video that he's been watching, man. And I'll play a few minutes of this, 2-3 minutes of this.
And I got to share my screen as well.
Can I ask my question now?
Yeah, but let me just do, because this is the initial question. I really want you to get yours off, but let me just bring this out because you said they wasn't mixing. Exodus 6:15. And the sons of Simeon, Jemuel and Jamin and Ohad and Jachin and Zohar and Shual, the son of a Canaanitish woman. These are the families of Simeon. Then we see the Pharaoh's daughter being taken by certain men in plenty of occasions, especially with Solomon. So for you to say there was no mixing and that they came out predominantly Caucasian looking is historically and intellectually laughable.
I didn't say Caucasian. I didn't say Caucasian. I said they came out looking Jewish like me.
But you look Caucasian.
Your eyes.
Listen, I want to understand.
I guarantee you. You ask David Duke, he'll say I don't look Caucasian.
Hey, listen. Now, is Sarah Silverman Jewish?
Yes, she is.
Okay, and she's went on record and said she wants to be considered exactly what she is, white.
That's her prerogative. She doesn't speak for me.
Okay, ask your question, Quinn.
Do you think it's befitting for someone who belongs to a chosen people to ask people who are not chosen people to kiss their shoes?
Extremely befitting.
Is that befitting? Is that befitting to a holy nation?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it befitting to a holy nation?
We'll show you in the
All right, that's it, man. Lord willing, I'm gonna put this. Let me copy it right now, man. I'm gonna put this this link in the description, man. You brothers keep pushing this word, man. The true Israel is actually here, man. So with that being said, I'm gonna say shalom.